This week we are traveling across the Spider-Verse to see the new Spidey flick, but will you leave the theater feeling completely immersed or will you want to get reimbursed? Here to tell us his thoughts is our own Spider critic, Patrick Beatty. You and I are just a little bit of, Spider-Man fans. Maybe you a little bit more. You've gone all out.
Well, I thought we were here to talk about Transformers, but since I'm already dressed up in this, we can talk about probably the best film of the year, and I'm not exaggerating. The first Into the Spider-Verse, we've talked about, it won Best Animated Film. It's changed the minds of so many people that went into animation thinking it was maybe just a kid's genre and a kid's format, and Across the Spider-Verse has just superseded it, made things even better, built on the characters, and this is a sequel that knows exactly how to set up a trilogy.
Okay, I have so many questions, but at the same time, I don't want to know because I just want to go and experience it. But the animation is so different. That's what I was really struck by. It's such a different art form, don't you think?
Oh, so beautiful. And there's so many different variations. What's fascinating about Spider-Verse films is that they're in and of themselves just so unique. You have 2D animation mixing with 3D animation, mixing with live action characters. You have different styles of animation like watercolor, things that you just would never see in a big budget film, but they're able to pull it off so well. Not only that, but give characters so much dynamic, like relationships, chemistry,
they have
everything.
Full fleshed out characters. Okay, so it's definitely a see it. You said best movie of the year.
Best movie of the year, probably the best comic book film of the year. Go and see it.
I'm so excited hearing that review. Okay, Shooting Stars.
Shooting Stars. Well, let me go ahead and take this off while we're doing this. So this is, if you've heard of LeBron James, the new series it's a film on Peacock where they're going to be talking about the Fab Four, how he got his start, and how him and his group of friends basically took on a ton of championships and won titles. We have a fascinating interview with the director for this, so go and check that out on the website.
Oh, I'm so intrigued. I can't wait to see that one, Patrick. Okay, last but not least, I watched the trailer for the Boogeyman and it scared me so bad. You sat through the whole thing.
Well, I sat through the whole thing. I don't know if my eyes were open for the entire part of it, but I have to say, this is probably the scariest film that I've seen so far this year. There's been a few that are pretty terrifying. Bo was Afraid was scary, but the Boogeyman, for some reason, had something that brought in the childhood fear in me to the point where I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Part of the reason why I wore the mask, make sure to hide all those wrinkles and stuff.
If you are a horror movie person, I mean, it's going to scare even you.
Well, it's an adaptation of Stephen King. So Stephen King is the master of horror. If you put that in with a good adaptation, good director, you've got yourself a real good stew going. Okay, so is this a see it? This is definitely a see it. If you like horror films, skip it if you don't.
I like them, but could I handle this one?
I think you could. I think it does have that fear, but it's a PG-13, so it's a little bit less.
Okay, I might be brave. I might give it a whirl. Patrick, where do we follow along with you?
Oh, I'm not going to talk about that. I want to just say thank you, because this is the last time we're doing the review segments. Thank you to Nisha, to Saray, to you for giving me the opportunity to do any of this stuff and to talk about films. You've changed my life, and I'm really going to miss talking with you guys about it.
Oh, you are still around. Follow him on social media and see where you will be catching his reviews next. We will be right back after this short break.